Hello again. My name's Gabe Zollner. As most of you know, I do read all of my messages, and it takes me a while sometimes to get through all of them because I receive, 125, 150 a day. And I do my best to keep the site as clean as I can. If people swear at me or if they insult either myself or one of my viewers, I delete their comments and I block them from commenting further. I posted MVI 3145, and the title of that clip was Dorian Johnson, Federal Witness, What a Joke. Dorian Johnson is the guy that was with Michael Brown when they went ahead and boosted those cigars. And he's also the one that said he witnessed the shooting of Michael Brown by Officer Darian Wilson. And he said Michael Brown had his hands up and he was saying, "Don't shoot, don't shoot." Well, we found that to be a total blatant lie. One of the viewers commented on that clip, and he said the whole grand jury was tainted. We must have a trial. The system is against us all. We are like animals to them. We can be culled and killed at any time. Well, I don't agree with anything that he said, except when he said we're like animals. And they acted like animals. I mean, who goes ahead and destroys businesses in their community that belong to blacks? The majority of those businesses that were destroyed in Ferguson, Missouri belonged to blacks, who also employed blacks, who also paid taxes, which went to support blacks, the same blacks that destroyed the buildings. Lewis Head, the stepfather of Michael Brown, would, under normal circumstances, have been arrested right after the riots took place, as would his mother. They are directly responsible for inciting the animals to go destroy their own city. And again, I don't necessarily believe that all of the people that were running around looting and torching lived in Ferguson. I think most of them were from outside of the community. There was also a video, an article that I read, that talked about how a number, I think it was 4 or 5 African Americans, they stood guard. One had a AR-15 and the other ones I think just had pistols. They stood guard in front of one of the businesses and they prevented that business from being destroyed or looted. And the business belonged to a white individual, but these black folks worked for that white individual, and they say he always treated them fairly. And obviously if his business would have been destroyed, so would their livelihood. The problem is the majority of people that went ahead and created all that mayhem don't have jobs. They're supported by you, by Obama's social programs. They live in Section 8 housing. They receive food stamps. They receive welfare. They receive all kinds of subsidies. So again, back to the comment that this individual made. I'm not going to block him, and I'm not going to delete his comments at this point because he really didn't swear. He just voiced his own opinion, and he's entitled to do that. And once again, I do agree that they are like animals. As a matter of fact, they're worse than animals because most animals don't kill their own kind. Since this event took place in Ferguson, they've had over 300 murders of black on black in Chicago. So when you hear these people running around with these signs, "Blacks Matter," to whom? Who do they matter to? If they mattered, would you be slaughtering each other? You know what it all really comes down to, though, is, I think, a great number of those that are slaughtered in Chicago, it's over drugs. Yeah. It's over turf to sell drugs. The United States is, for the most part, a doped up country. And the administration wants to continue doing that as other states come online to take advantage of the lucrative revenue streams like they are in the Colorado area, in the Washington area, and I believe Florida has even jumped on the bandwagon. Do you think that the drug cartels have just sort of gone away and left, I don't know, $100 million, $500 million business? If you think that, you're delusional. A lot of those dollars that are generated in the sale of those drugs in Colorado and in Washington end up somewhere in South America. They're not going to walk away from that kind of activity. All they need to do is intimidate and threaten those that own those businesses, the legal store owners. Anyway, that's a whole different story. But, you know, it's just amazing how this individual who made this comment, how his mind functions. He says the grand jury was tainted, yet there were blacks on the grand jury. And he considers it to be tainted because they didn't come to the decision that he would have preferred, that they would have come to, which would have been a true bill to have Officer Darren Wilson stand trial. It didn't happen. I guess there's still hope, because the less than Honorable Attorney General Eric H. Holder Jr., he has 40, that's 40, FBI agents that are looking to uncover whatever they can so they can hang the officer for civil rights violations. What about the civil rights violations that the officer had when he was attacked viciously by Michael Brown when he was sitting in his car? That doesn't matter. Facts don't matter. It's just the narrative that they want to continue spinning. A white, slaughtered, unarmed teenager. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to delete this individual. I'm not going to block him. He was civil. He's entitled to his own opinion. And again, the only thing that I think that he said that was true is we are like animals. Forget to them, because that's how they act. Just like wild, crazed animals. So that's what I think. So what do you think?